Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a fun video for you guys. This is going to be my top bougie products. And I know that sometimes it's really hard to figure out what exactly you want to spend your money on because the markup on makeup is as expensive, and sometimes these makeup lines are absolutely out of their minds with the price points they are charging us. And especially when you dabble into the Chanel and the Dior and the Lumiere, you're just like crossing a whole nother realm of price, and those prices make you want to cry. Like sometimes you really want the product, but you're like, no, I'm not spending $100 on a foundation, or no, I'm not spending $60 on a highlight. And I know sometimes we just have the urge to want to spend the money. We want to treat ourselves, or maybe we have a gift card, or we're getting a gift from someone, or gifting someone something, and we want to get something nice. So I want to share with you some products that I absolutely love, and yes, I did spend the coins, and it was something that was really hard for me, but I got over it, and I'm happy that I did because these products are really great, and I really love them, and I'm happy they're part of my collection, and I feel like they could be a great part of someone else's collection too if you are in the market for one of these items. So first I'm going to start off with the most expensive of all of them, and that's going to be my Natasha Denona eyeshadows. Now, this was a gift from my husband. He bought me the eyeshadow palette originally, and what happened was that he had purchased it for me and they were completely out of stock, so I sent him an email saying like, you can either buy like 7 or 8 eyeshadows, like 5 in a palettes, or you can wait until it comes back into stock. So he asked me like, hey, I hate to ruin the surprise, but you know, do you want this or do you want that? And I don't like to wait. Like, I do not like to wait on anything. I am so impatient. So I was like, let me just get the like 5 or 6 eyeshadow palettes and call it a day, because at the end of the day, I'm still getting the shadows. It's not the palette I wanted, but who cares? So I did get several of these eyeshadow palettes, and I did depot them and put them in a Z palette because it was a little bit more convenient for me. But if I have to suggest to you anything, it's don't do it, because I did end up breaking several of them doing that, and I wanted to cry after. So I originally tried to depot them into singles, but then what ended up working best if you are going to depot them is just to take the whole plastic insert out and use that, because you're not going to break the shadows that way. So these are the shades that I got. I have this set here, and then in the back I also have several more, and you can see they're just a little bit more on the warmer side. They're like a combination of some pink, some purples, some greens, and more of like warm neutrals like your browns and your golden shades. And these eyeshadows are so nice, you guys. I love them. They're so pigmented, they're so blendable, they're so just easy to work with. I love the mattes. Those are probably my favorites. I love the shimmers too because they're so ultra foiled and like bam in your face blinding. But I love the mattes. I don't know what it is about their formula, but their mattes just glide on the skin. And this shade right here, which is like a brick shade right here, is my favorite for the crease. I just love the way it blends in the crease. It just is so easy to work with. I love their browns. I just love pretty much every shade that I have from them, and they're so beautiful. Like, I just love them. So I will swatch a couple for you so you can see what they look like, and I'll swatch the ones that are just absolutely beautiful, like that stand out to me. So I'm going to swatch this beautiful silver, this really pretty green, and I will swatch a tan, and let me swatch a matte for you too. So I'll swatch for you 4 shades so you can get an idea of what they are like. And the matte that I'm going to swatch is my favorite of all of them. I just love it. So I'm going to do it on my, I'll just do it on my hand, I guess. So first is going to be the tan shade. It is like that really beautiful gold. You could see that that is beaming. Looks so good. And next is the silver. And these are just one finger dipped into the shadow. Look at how pigmented that is. Here is the green. So beautiful. That green is like a duochrome. It's got some like nice tan flecks in it as well, some gold. And here is the matte brick shade. So there gives you an idea of the eyeshadows, and as you can see here, these eyeshadows are really beautiful. Like, this is why they cost the price they cost, because you're getting really great quality eyeshadows. Like, look at that on the back of my hand. That is insane. And I know there's so many great eyeshadow palettes out there, but you guys, when I tell you the formulation of these eyeshadows are just unbeatable, they're unbeatable. I love them. I absolutely love these shadows for on the go. Like, this is one of my favorite travel palettes. It's one I'd love to take with me on the go. I'm just so scared when I travel with it that the eyeshadows are going to break and I would just want to cry, but I do love them. I can always count on them to just add that extra oomph to the lids. And for me, I feel like eyeshadows are just, they're the epitome of my look. When I go to apply my makeup in the morning or whenever I'm applying it, the first thing that comes to my mind is, what eyeshadow look am I going to use today? Like, what am I going to wear? Like, how am I going to do my eyes? And then I base that around my whole look. And I feel like for me, that is the most fun part of my makeup application, next to like blush and highlight, of course. So I feel like it's really nice to have great eyeshadows, and I'm very particular with my eyeshadow. I'm very picky. I like really quality eyeshadow palettes, and I definitely feel like Natasha and Deanna just totally, they killed it. They killed the eyeshadow game. I can't even lie. They're bomb. Okay, now the next product I'm going to be sharing with you is a pressed powder palette. And this one is from Hourglass, and I think this one retails for about $62 or so. I will include the prices down below. And this pressed powder is just unbelievable. This is my favorite powder that I've ever applied on my skin. I just feel like it just leaves your skin so seamless, so beautiful, so airbrushed, so flawless. I can always count on this palette to just make my skin look perfect. So I love this palette in particular. They do have singles that are a little bit larger, but the thing that the palette appeals to me more so than the singles is that it gives you a nice selection of 3 different shades. You have your light shade, which is the one I use the most, your iridescent kind of like highlight shade, and then you have your deeper shade in here. So you can use this to set underneath your eyes, you can use it to set your face, you can use it to highlight, like a really subtle highlight. And I just love the way that this powder applies. It looks so nice on the skin. And it does have these really finely milled flecks of shimmer, which is not something I typically like for my skin all over at least. But for me, this works. It looks so nice. Whenever I apply loose powder to my eyes, and I want to add a little bit more oomph to it, and I want to look more brightened, but like more seamless and not cakey, I will definitely go in with this in the color Dim Light, which is the lightest shade right here. And it just makes underneath your eyes look so beautiful. And I feel like for me, it's really hard to have underneath your eyes look perfect because mine do crease, and I like to have products that work well for me, especially in that area, because it's just such a tricky area to work with. So this is a powder that works so well for me. In addition to my loose powders, I think that this just adds the extra oomph that's needed to brighten that area and make it look on and popping. So I'll swatch these for you as well, and I'll start with the Dim Light here. And this powder is so lightweight. I don't know if you can see it here. It's just so lightweight on the skin, it doesn't feel cakey. The next one is Incandescent Light, and this one has a little bit more shimmer to it, and I think this one could be more used as a highlight, especially if you're a little bit lighter in tone. And the last one is Radiant Light, which is great for me for sitting all over my face. So that's all 3 of them there. They look so nice on the skin, and they're just so comfortable. Like, they're just a very lightweight powder, and they're just so airy on the skin. So that's something I really like about them as well. Now the next powder I'm going to share with you is something that I've had in my collection for a very long time. It's one of my first really high-end beauty products, and this one is the Microfill Loose Powder from Giorgio Armoni. This was something that was gifted to me from my parents when I graduated from college. And it's been a hot minute since I graduated from college, but that just goes to show how sparing I am with this product. And this is in the color 02, and this was the first ever loose powder I have ever owned, and it's really set the bar high for me. And I love this powder, you guys. It is so expensive, but it's just so nice. I love the way it looked. Your skin literally looks airbrushed. Once you apply this on top of your foundation, it makes your skin so seamless, like so seamless and so flawless. And it does have these finely milled flecks of shimmer in it as well. This is something that I've just absolutely loved. It's something that I just don't use a lot of because it is so pricey, and I'm so hesitant to finish it because it is already halfway finished. But I do use this sparingly because I do love it and I don't want to fork up the $60 for it, but it's something I really enjoy, and I really want to use it more actually. I don't care if I have to buy a new one. I think I was just cheap with it for a while because I just didn't want to pay the money for it, but you know, I really love this powder. It's so great. I think that it's such a easy thing to work with on the skin, and it's not hard to apply. So that's something I really like about it as well. So this powder is bomb. I know that when I bought it, the lady said that Alicia Keys loved this as well. She said it was her favorite powder because it was just so natural and it was so light on the skin. So that just goes to show how quality of a product it is. Now moving from that, I'm going to share with you a highlight. Now you know I love a highlight, you guys. Highlights are my jam. They're the best thing next to eyeshadows, I think, in the makeup industry, and blush. Like, those three things are my favorite. And one of the highlights that I just absolutely adore, and it is very pricey, is this one here from Dior. This is the Diorskin Nude Air Luminizer, and this is in the color 001. I know now that they have a permanent collection, and it's got 001, 002, 003, and 004. And I have all of them except for one, and I will get it. I don't know when, but I will. And I bought this one, I think about a year or two ago. This is like from a holiday collection. And Dior has just got the most beautiful packaging. If you look at the packaging, it is just so classy. It's got this really beautiful mirrored kind of compact, and it comes in this like really sleek velvet casing, and it just feels so luxurious. And the product in itself is just a super, super, super well formulated product. It is so nice, so smooth, so easy to work with. Now this highlight has got like a pinkish champagne hue to it, and I bought this because I just could not walk away from it, and it was really expensive. I can't remember how much. I will put it down below, but it was expensive. But look at how beautiful that is on the skin, you guys. It is gorgeous. I love it so much. I think that it is one of the best highlights like on the market, and not just because I'm biased right now and Dior is like one of the best brands ever, but I just love it. It looks so good. I think that they did such a great job with the formulation of this, and it just glides on the skin, and it is always beaming. And the thing I like about it is even though it's beaming, it doesn't look over the top. Like, you don't look extra with it, which is really nice too. So you could tone it up or tone it down, but I love it, you guys. It looks so good. I love it. It looks so good. And I think that they have a really nice color selection. So if you're light to medium to dark, there is a highlight that is for you out of the four. I don't know if you want to spend the coins, but it's definitely worth it in my book because just look at that, you guys. I just want to like apply this everywhere because it's just that gorgeous. I'm so extra, I know. Now, keeping on with the Dior train, I'm going to share with you a lip product from Dior. Dior is probably my favorite high-end beauty product because I feel like everything they put out is such great quality and I love it. And this is the Dior Addict Fluid Stick. This is in the color Whisper Beige. And this is probably my favorite lip product of absolute all time because it is so comfortable, it's so pigmented, it feels so nice on the lips. And not only that, I think that this lip product also has a lot of sentimental value to me because it's the color that I wore on my wedding day into my bridal shower. So it's just something that I gravitate towards and I love. And this is like the most beautiful color of nude because I think when you're a little bit deeper in complexion, it's hard to find a nude that works for you because they can make you look very washed out and they can make you kind of look like you have dead lips because they're just all one skin tone. And I didn't have that problem with this. It's got like the perfect amount of peachiness to it to balance out that nude. So I think they did a really great job with the color selection. And I love the formula of it. It's just a very comfortable formula. It feels very hydrating. I feel like it lasts for a very long time for being a lip gloss kind of. And it just stays on the lips for a very long time. You can talk someone's ear off, you can eat, you can do a lot and it will stay put. I think if you eat like a lot, it will come off. But if you eat like finger foods and things like that, like little snacks, it will stay in place. So I promise you guys, if there's one thing I should tell you should get, it's definitely this, because I feel like you're going to use lip products if you don't have like a billion of the same color. It's something you're going to use, and once you feel it and you apply it to your lips and you wear it, you won't want to put it down because it's just that good. And it is like $35 for this guy, but I did buy it, and I did buy several others because I loved it so much. So I'm going to swatch it here in my hand so you can see how beautiful the nude is. And that's one swatch, and look at that. Gorgeous. I love this, you guys. Buy this. Do yourself a favor and buy it. Please. Just do yourself a favor. I promise you won't regret it. Now the next lip product I'm going to share with you is from Hourglass. And I think this one, in comparison to how much product you're getting, is the most astronomical product I'm going to share with you today. Because this is a liquid lipstick and it's so tiny, but it's so nice, you guys. So nice. I didn't want to love it, but I do. And you get in here 0.10 ounces. And I think this retails for like $35 or so. So you're getting like absolutely like minimal product for the price point, which is unfortunate. But it is the most beautiful liquid lipstick you will ever apply to your lips, especially this color. So I have this in the color Icon, and it is the most perfect red I've ever placed on my lips. And I swear to you, every time you wear it, somebody will stop you and they will ask you, what do you have on your lips? I think I wore this in a tutorial like a long ass time ago, and the most commented thing on that video was nothing pertaining to the video, but what lipstick are you wearing? Because it's just one of those show-stopping reds, and it is the most perfect red. And especially that we're getting into the winter months and it's Christmas time, and it's just that time of the year where these reds and the fall shades are in. This is definitely something you will get your money's worth from because you will be wearing it a lot. And the thing about this liquid lipstick is that it stays put. It stays put. I can literally eat and it stays put, which is really nice because it stains your lips at the same time. So I love the longevity of it in addition to the color. And I will swatch it for you guys. Tell me that's not the most beautiful red you've ever seen. And it's so ultra pigmented. Like one little swipe and you will get a lot of payoff. And it is hard to get off your lips. Like at the end of the night when you go to take it off, you will rub your lips and it will still be there because it's just that intense. So I definitely think that this is super pricey. And I would say like you don't need to get it because it is so overpriced. But if you're someone who loves liquid lipstick and you love a nice beautiful red, I definitely say you should go out and get it because it looks so gorgeous on the lips. And it's so comfortable and it looks absolutely beautiful. Now moving on from that, I'm going to share with you a mascara. Now if you watch my channel, I have always said here on my channel that you do not need a high-end mascara to have really nicely coated full lashes. And I still stand by that. I just want to share this product with you because it is nice. It's not a necessity, but I'm going to throw it in there. It's the YSL Babydoll Mascara. And I like this because the wand is just, it's got like a rubbery wand, but it's got these nice bristles that really coat my eyelashes super nicely. I have repurchased this because I love the way it looks. I mean, it is really expensive and I don't think you need it, but I do love it and I did want to share it with you guys here. But I definitely feel like it's not a necessity. But if you're someone who doesn't mind splurging on high-end products, you should try this out. Let me know what you think if it's worth the price point or not. It's just something cool to have in your collection if you don't mind spending. Now, moving on to a blush, I'm going to share with you one from Becca. This is the Becca blush in the color Songbird. And if you watch my channel, you know I love Becca. I think their brand is just a wonderful brand. It's a very inclusive brand, which is why it appeals to me and why I go so hard for it. I feel like Becca is just so great at catering towards so many different skin tones and appealing to the masses rather than a specific group of women or men or whoever's applying their products to their skin. And I love that about them because they cover so many different shade ranges, and you know if you're someone of color, if you're even a little bit more tan and deeper in complexion, you know the struggles that it is to find foundations that work for you and bronzers that work for you and blushes that work for you, because I feel like makeup lines just cater towards more fair skin tone women, unfortunately, and they kind of leave women of color kind of out of the loop, which is unfortunate because women of color, like any other women, like to apply makeup and they like to have their color selections and they like to find stuff that actually matches them. I know my friend is deeper in complexion and she was able to buy a foundation from Fenty Beauty, and the first thing she said to me when I asked her, "Do you like the foundation?" She's like, "Yeah, it's so nice to have a brand carry a foundation in my complexion." And that is just insulting. You know? So, you know, whatever. Off on my tangent, but I'm going to come back around and I'm going to share with you this blush from Becca. I love this blush. It is in the color Songbird. It is so beautiful, you guys. I think that this blush can work on any skin tone, whether you're fair to light to medium to deeper in complexion. I love the versatility of it, and this is a blush that you can throw in your travel bag and just know that it's going to go with every look that you're going to pair it with, because it is so subtle and it gives you the nice amount of fleshiness to the cheeks without being over the top. It is just the perfect blush to me, and it goes with everything I wear it with. So I'm going to swatch it here for you so you can see, and it is like a beautiful peachy tone, and you can see here it's not overpowering. It just adds the perfect amount of flush to the cheeks to add the look that you're getting. It just adds the perfect amount of flush to the cheeks to give you the look that you desire. It's not gonna be like over the top. It just looks absolutely stunning. It's got like these really nice iridescent flecks of shimmer in it, but it's not over the top. It just gives you a really beautiful glow along with the color. And you can see here, it's not like shimmery or anything like that, because I don't love like super shimmery blushes. But this one just works for me, and I think it worked for so many different complexions. It's definitely something that you will get your money's worth because it's something that you will use a lot because it's so versatile. Now I'm going to share with you 3 foundations, and these foundations are all super pricey but super worth it. So the first one I'm going to share with you, which I did include in my favorites video, is the Dior Forever foundation. This is in the color Ochre. And you guys, this foundation is by far probably at the moment my favorite foundation because I just love it. I love the way it wears on the skin. This is a foundation you can count on to make you look flawless. It's medium to full coverage. It's very buildable. It lasts all day. It's got SPF 30 in it, but don't be scared of flashback because I've never had a problem with it in any of the flash photography I've ever taken in any picture. So it doesn't give you that like white cast or that like ghost face or anything like that. That's something I also love about it. And the formula is so comfortable. It's very lightweight. It makes you look airbrushed when you apply it. And when I tell you it looks better with time, it's crazy, because when I apply it in the morning, by the time I go to take my makeup off at night, it's sad because it just looks so good that you don't want to take it off. And I think that it's sweat proof. I wore it to a beach festival and it literally stayed on my skin and did not budge all day, and it was like 10+ hours out in the sun, and it was hot, you guys know, I'm sweating, and it stayed put. So it's something that I attest to. I think it's something that's completely worth it, and it's beautiful on the skin. Now the next foundation I'm going to share with you is from Chanel. This is the Perfect Lumiere foundation, also with SPF 10, and I am in the color Beige Ambre. And this is also, like the Dior, just such a great foundation. It is so seamless. I love the color match on this. It is like the perfect color for me, and I just love the way it applies. Very lightweight. This is like more medium coverage, but it is very buildable as well. I just love the way it wears on my skin, just like the Dior one. I think that everyone that I'm going to share with you is going to be kind of the same. This gives me that kind of like a dewy finish to it, just like the Dior. It's a dewier finish to the Dior foundation as well, but it doesn't look oily or greasy because I do have combination oily skin. I just feel like it looks very healthy and gives you that J-Lo glow, which is really pretty, and it just looks nice. It's everything you want in a foundation. So I love this one as well. It is gorgeous on the skin, you guys. Airbrush, flawless, perfection. Now the last foundation I'm going to share with you is one from Giorgio Armani. Now me and this foundation had a love-hate relationship. So when I bought this Giorgio Armani loose powder, I also bought the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation. And the one I got just wasn't a good color match. It was very gray on me. It didn't look good. I looked like very ashy. I just hated it. I hated it so much. And then I gave it to my mom. Like, she gave it to me as my gift and I gave it back. I was like, here, use this. And she liked it. But I just did not like it at all. Like, for some reason, it just didn't mesh with my skin. And it just didn't look good on me when I applied it. But I did repurchase it a couple, like, I think last year. And I have it in the shade 8, and this shade is perfect on me. It doesn't look gray. It has the perfect yellow undertones that I have, and it gives me the most gorgeous finish to my face. This is one of my favorites to wear because it just makes me look so glowy, and it just looks so flawless on the skin. It looks so beautiful. I get so many compliments when I wear it because it is medium coverage, but it just makes your skin look so glowy and so seamless. So that's something I really like about this foundation. So all 3 of those foundations are winners for me. I don't know which one I like more, probably the Dior, but all 3 of them are really great choices. So this completes my bougie products, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that if you're in the market for something new and you don't mind spending the coins, that you get something that I shared with you and you enjoy it. I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.